We are?
Did they x-ray your head?
I'm glad to see you're alive and up and walking.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to just let our viewers know we're live right now, but I cannot open the meeting. We have, in order to have a quorum, we have one more board member who is on her way. She's en route, so we're going to start the meeting a little bit later than 1:30, and I apologize to our viewers, but
Okay.
can't open the meeting until we have a quorum. So do we have to wait for that to?
Just wait for that to come down and
Okay,
we'll be good to go.
thank you kindly.
You're welcome.
Oh, there we go. Look
You're
at
ready to
that,
go.
so fast.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, good afternoon, folks. Sorry, but we're convening a few minutes late. We were waiting for it to be sure we had a quorum, and we do. So we're only 4 minutes late.
No problem.
So, we are opening the meeting. And welcome to everybody who's here. It's a smaller group than usual, which sometimes that's a good thing. It's easier to get things accomplished sometimes. So, the first order of business on our minutes is to approve the minutes from 3/22. So, as soon as anyone is ready, if they're comfortable, if there are no corrections or changes that need to be made, I will entertain a motion from someone on the board to accept the minutes.
So moved.
The friends, you're okay with everything?
Okay by me, yeah.
Second. So we have a motion to approve the minutes. It's been seconded by Ann Lee Ellis. Is there any other discussion that needs to occur? Nope. Okay. Board members, all in favor? Aye, aye, aye. I think we have a unanimous vote, Bob. Thank you.
Excuse me, how does Diane Crory, how does she spell Crory?
Crory.
Yeah, that's not what it says under old business.
Oh, it's Diane Corey.
Oh, it's just a typo?
Yep. First sentence in A.
We will correct that. Crory. Spell it myself.
C-R-O-R-Y?
C-R-O-R-Y?
I think, yeah.
Did you get that, Bob? Okay, thank you. So, the minutes have been approved. Okay. We have a town meeting coming up, faster than we all could anticipate it happening, I think, May 6th, which is only, what, 3 weeks from Monday, I think? Something like that. So, and I know there was concern about that, but I think at least now we know a little bit more about what's on the warrant and how the articles are looking. And the article numbers have been changed. That was confusing people, I think, too, for a while. But it's now Article 6 is the article presented by the selectmen to take from the stabilization funds $3 million and put them into a specific fund earmarked for a senior center. So that's Article 6. And then Article 7 is the citizens petition article about 255 Great Road. And 255 Great Road is what was previously the DCU building. Because they built a new building and moved, and that article must go to the floor of the town meeting. And that will happen, and that's what's going to be happening at town meeting. So it's a little bit confusing because of the two articles, but anyway, that's where it's at, so.
Also a little bit confusing to me because I thought they had to just say a building and allow other people to bid on, is that true?
That's
Or-
my understanding, and that's correct.
Okay,
So the fact that a specific building has been designated, it's questionable as to whether that's a legal warrant article. But because it's a citizen's petition, it must be dealt with on the floor of town meeting.
okay.
So that's my understanding anyway. And whatever the town council and the town moderator decide on what they're going to be doing, it's up to them, I guess. I think that's correct too.
Okay.
So, I don't know what else we can do other than wait and see and anticipate, whatever, but either way,
Yeah.
I view this as a positive thing for seniors in town.
Yes,
Look,
definitely.
either
yeah.
way, whatever happens, if hopefully people will support, it's not gonna increase taxes, moving money that's already there into a separate fund and targeting it for a senior center. And nothing
And that'll
can
be
be,
voted first.
that will be done first.
As a matter of fact, are they both on the special, or is just the 6 on the special?
I don't-
No, 6, if it's 6 and 7, it's on the, they're both on the special.
I think so,
It's the other one for the senior tax program that's on the regular.
yeah. So, either way, I just want to encourage our viewers to realize that this is a big, huge jump. And
Yes,
it is. It's a great thing for seniors. And nothing can be done with that money until it goes, before town meeting again. So it will be there until such time that, at town meeting, someone decides whatever. So it's safe. It's not going to increase taxes. It's just a wonderful statement to seniors in town that the selectmen and the finance committee and everyone are aware that we need to do something. So, I think,
They can't take it away from us.
right, so, yes,
Marge, one of the things that I noticed on Monday, we had a meeting on Monday, and we had the director of the Groton COA, who has just gone through the 3-year process of getting their new center approved. And one of the things she said, and this really troubled me, is that they had 15 meetings with the town, over open meetings for people in the town, prior to the town meeting, and they only won by 22 votes. And they did them at all times of the day and night. They did them in the evening, they did them in the morning, they did them in the afternoon, so that people who are not seniors could have a chance to sit and talk. And we have done nothing like that, and that really worries me, because it is a 2/3 vote, it's not a majority vote.
Prior to scheduling those 15 informational sessions, they already had schematic designs, plans, graphics, full site plans for 3 different sites. They had a lot more information than we do
Yeah, that
at
was
this
their
point,
final.
too.
But we've got to get, I'm just worried about getting the money for the stabilization fund,
Right.
because we really haven't, we think we have, because we've been talking about it continually, but I'm not sure that we've gotten across to the non-seniors in the town why it's important to move the stabilization money to the senior center fund. And it's gonna take a 2/3 vote.
and the fact is too, as far as knowledge for the people, our viewers, there is a town board that is working on the space issue. And so things are in motion, but it's just taking time, and so we don't have all of the information. We do know that we don't have adequate space. We don't have adequate space today for the people that are in town, never mind looking ahead to the future and projecting what we will need in the future. So, there's definitely a need, which Liz can support with statistics and data, as far as that goes, but,
Right.
yes, Andy?
I was just gonna say, it just shows how important it is for folks, seniors, to come to the town meeting
Right,
on the 6th. And, you can leave after it's voted for that, but come for the Article 6 and 7. Because it's important to,
to be there and to support it for seniors.
Right,
The other
yeah.
thing is too, you made me think of it, there will be parking set up for seniors, and, are we providing any van?
Yep, if you need transportation, call the COA front desk.
That's just what I was gonna ask.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
seniors, please, tell your neighbors and your friends and try to get people out to support this, because it's a big step in the right direction, and there is definitely a need. And, questions can be asked about that need on the floor at town meeting if necessary, and we can answer those, but.
I also have a concern about Article 6 and 7. Some people might not vote for Article 6 because they were voting for Article 7, but Article 7 might turn out to be illegal. But yet Article 6 has already been voted on. So that is a concern.
Yeah.
Well, we have to hope that people understand the difference between the two, I think.
I would think the moderator would help explain that during the process, because there are two
There may be-
articles.
Well, I know the
Joint
finance
articles,
committee
yeah.
is going to present this so that it's not confusing to the town.
Good,
Okay.
they're gonna
People-
help explain it.
It needs to be said prior to Article 6
Yes.
that this is, regardless of what happens with Article 7, this is what is going to put the money in to do anything.
That's right. And Liz, are you gonna speak to this article? No. Okay,
I've been instructed as a staff member, I'm not to make a presentation.
okay.
Why?
As a staff member, I'm supposed to sit back with the staff and only respond to questions directly asked of
That
me.
are asked of you, okay.
Because the article is not from you.
On any article, I'm not to
any
make a
articles, thing.
presentation.
When different boards come up with different projects, the Board of Health, they will come up and give a presentation.
The board is able to do that,
So Marge can talk, you can't talk.
right?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So Marge, are you planning to talk on Article 6?
I hadn't thought about that, but
I think it would
Bring a few cough drops
to our
and
benefit.
Yeah.
get
Well,
ready.
we know that the FinCom, we were told.
We do know that,
today,
yeah.
is behind Article 6.
They are so,
$3
yeah.
million, which
Right.
is to our advantage.
certainly if it appears that, there seems to be a lot of questions or something, I would feel comfortable, I think, trying to, help straighten things out. But,
Yeah, it's a little unusual where it's coming from the Board of Selectmen, it's not coming
Right.
from the COA board. This is their article.
but
So when questions are asked about heating bills, parking, who's going to be answering that question?
why would somebody ask a question about?
From the floor, from the floor.
Oh, you're talking about Article 7?
6.
Oh, 6,
No, that's money.
6 is
That
the
has
money.
nothing to do
This
with
is just money.
yeah,
6 is just money, but you don't think people are still going to ask questions?
they
What
could
about
defer it to.
parking?
Oh, well, the money's not gonna be spent for
Sure.
anything, it's just gonna be put into a fund looking at, to help defray the cost of a senior center.
All right.
So I can't imagine that, I mean, and senior centers can cost anywhere from 5 million up, I think.
Yeah.
So having 3 million there already is a huge step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the request for frequently asked questions, you're not doing that because you can't talk on it, correct?
I'm going to have all my information with me, so if I'm specifically asked a question and Anthony summons me to the microphone, then I can answer questions.
Okay.
And I'll have all my info with me.
All right, so we're not sending anything out to the town?
No.
Okay.
Hopefully, no.
I'm sorry, did you say you were going to speak?
No.
No,
No.
only if a question is
Only if
specifically
a question is
directed to
directed to
me.
you, okay.
And then Anthony
Marge, are you the
summons
one
me.
that's going to speak?
Only if, it's not,
Someone has to say something.
it's
How
a
I feel.
selectmen's article. So the selectmen will, do whatever. And
We'll say we support this
and
article, that's it.
that's
So-
true. Well, we have voted to support that article, and they know that, and that will be announced along with, they usually announce the finance committee has supported it or whatever.
But
So-
but it is important that we have someone get up and say things like, voting this article is important regardless of anything else on the agenda, because if we don't have the money, nothing else counts.
Well, I will be prepared with statistics too, to prove, to support the fact that we need, if I'm called upon to, and I'm invited to speak, and that's a selectman's choice, and who's ever dealing with, that article, right? And speaking to it, I think. So I can ask that question, I'll ask one of the selectmen, whoever is, doing it, but I certainly will go prepared too.
Is
The
it-
issue is helping people to understand the need,
Yeah,
really.
and then questions will come from the floor.
Yeah.
Right.
We can
So
craft a
the
few
question-
questions for you.
And if a question is directed to Liz, she will answer, but Anthony has to say, okay.
Yeah, they have a procedure they follow, so I'll double check that though too, as far as my role goes.
Yeah.
That would be the best way probably to handle that.
All right.
So I'd be more than comfortable doing that, but
Will the selectmen explain the situation?
I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've been to a lot of town meetings.
Yes,
They
I
always
know,
do.
I know, but this is very confusing to me. So the selectmen will talk or the finance will talk?
I don't know.
Not necessarily.
It's,
The only thing it'll say is that the selectmen are not approved, but,
They did, they
They bring
voted to
forth this
approve the
article.
yeah,
stabilization.
they're in favor of voting
They
this.
support this because,
And probably the finance committee will do the same thing. But it'll be written on the bottom of the article that this is the case. But all they'll do is present it.
it's
and answer questions that are brought to them.
it's
And
usually.
if they cannot, they might call upon Liz or whatever, and they would call upon her as a staff member, I believe. So,
Yeah.
that's what should be the process.
There's usually on an article, there's usually a little blip of an explanation of the article anyhow. So it should be, I don't know who's writing that, but it should be explain the article and then somebody might ask a question or
Yeah.
whatever before we vote on
Then
it.
it'll be
But it's, yeah,
We should be receiving
comment from the
our,
floor.
we should be receiving that, the warrant anyway soon.
Yeah.
I
So,
think they already went to the printer.
right,
yeah.
so,
So it is a bit confusing in the fact that this is a first time thing, well, I am not aware that we've ever voted on a senior center before. But
No,
an opportunity came up and we're looking to take advantage of it, and there's still a lot of questions that aren't answered,
Right.
including, we don't have a building yet until it's bought. So, a lot of questions, and I think the thing is, you have to wait and see what happens.
so once the money is approved and it's there, then the work can continue to find a place, and that will be voted on in November, perhaps.
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 I think my confusion right now after just listening to everybody is somebody needs to present Article 6 and somebody needs to present Article 7. Is that a correct assumption?
The selectmen will present Article 6. It's their article.
Okay, it's their article, so
Yes.
the selectmen will be presented.
They
And-
will designate a particular selectman to do that.
Okay, they will do that. Some selectman is going to present Article 6, which is an article dealing with finances, asking that $3 million be allocated from stabilization to a special fund so that we can work on getting a senior center.
Yes,
See, you understand
So
it?
if they deal with just dollars,
yes.
Yeah,
I'm thinking that people are going to ask why we need $3 million for it.
That's right.
And that, from my perspective, should be easily answered with getting into too many minute details. That would be my assessment. I don't think I don't think the town's gonna be concerned with the minutia. I think they're gonna be concerned with, oh, okay, the seniors are growing and they're continuing to grow and there's no place for them. So they're gonna put aside $3 million to do what we have to do to get a center. I mean, I may be simplistic in saying it that way, but I think if it's addressed in that sort of a manner, it can be sold quite easily. I mean, if you look at it just dollar-wise, and the selectmen are behind it, and the FinCom is behind it, I don't see a lot of discussion. They're not gonna care about the nitty-gritty. They might in November, but I don't think they will right now.
Generally, when you have that
No.
support.
When you have the FinCom behind you and you
Right.
have the selectmen behind you, maybe I'm overstating it, but
No, well said.
for me sitting there, that looks like an easy vote.
right.
Now, the petition might be a different story because it self-identified a building, don't know whether it's legal or not, but we can deal with that at the time. But I think 6 might be an easier sell. That's just my opinion. I'm looking at it, in this little box and say, okay, $3 million is not a lot of money
No.
No.
in reality, if you think about it, on the scale of things.
Of what we already spent on things, yeah,
So
nothing.
I'm just looking at it that way.
And
Just
when you-
to- I mean, I'm just listening to everybody's conversations, like, okay, if I pull it in like this, I think that's a way to look at it.
When Kathy spoke to us at your board meeting from Groton, their building costs around 5 million. And they,
5.4.
and someone asked her about the square footage, and she said that's all they could afford. So that was very, very interesting to me. But they have had quite a lot of opposition, and she finally had to, do a compromise. So, congratulations to her. So, it's so confusing to so many people, and I'm involved with it every day. And I don't know what's gonna happen
Gotta take
with
a break.
Article 7. I don't know who's gonna present it. Do you know, Sharon?
I'm sure Barbara's speaking for it.
Okay.
I'm sure she probably would be too.
Yes, she said she would.
So, and, we just have to wait, that's kind of an unknown,
Yeah.
really. So, I think we're in good shape, actually, really. Excuse me.
Maybe at our next meeting, we could ask Chuck DeCoste to come, and maybe Cindy Napoli, since they've been involved with this with us, to let us know exactly what's gonna be happening.
That would be after town meeting, our next meeting, I think.
No,
No?
No,
3 days before,
Is it 3 days before?
yeah.
yeah.
We can
It's
look
a
into it.
Friday, so town meeting would be on Monday.
Well, that might be helpful.
Yeah.
We can see if they're available and, let's see.
That we're meeting on the 24th. That's,
Yeah.
but that's before the 6th, it's quite a ways before the 6th.
Right, it is the 24th, yeah.
Yeah, so that's plenty of time
Plenty of
before
time.
the meeting.
So that might be, we can take a look at that and
Georgia might be
see if they're
going to the
available and how
selectmen's
they
meeting.
feel about that.
And ask them.
Oh, the selectmen's meeting, when is that?
I don't know when the selectmen's meeting is. You
Which,
could almost accomplish the same thing at the selectmen's meeting by asking them the same question.
It's not this Monday, it's the following Monday coming up.
I don't know what their agenda will be looking like for that meeting.
It hasn't been created yet.
No, so, all right.
Sorry for being so simple-minded with that.
No, but that, I
That's
think,
good.
we're trying to brainstorm here and,
You're-
come up with ideas, and so let's see,
You're allowed to
We can,
express your opinion, yeah.
we'll speak to, you wanna do that, or you want me to?
Ask Chuck or something?
Yeah.
Sure.
We can explore that, certainly. All right,
6th.
Yeah, I got that.
but overall, I'm,
Town meeting's not
again,
here, so
it's a good thing,
Yes.
we just need to try to help,
A week.
We're start-
get that money, and that would be a big step in the right direction.
This is just a start to get the ball rolling, yeah.
It is, yep. And certainly, a lot of people now know, and, and a lot more know and realize already about the need. There's a lot that probably don't understand it still, but we can still make some gains in that area in the next couple of weeks by educating people and just getting the word out too, continuing.
Maybe you should stand up at the church suppers. There's a lot of seniors there.
That's true. Well, Bob's spoken at church about that, I know, so he's educated people in our church, so.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of getting that word out about the need. That's the important part right now. The building itself, is,
Yeah.
still, we'll have time to work on that as to what the design in the future would be. And I think Kathy Shelp's discussion with us really helped me understand what's involved in trying to even figure that out. It's a huge process to try to figure out what, would be the most desirable and what's the best situation for seniors. So,
One question, please.
yes, Mary?
We are centered on the digital building, more or less, right?
No.
Oh,
No?
Not
Okay.
necessarily.
All right, because that may be gone by the time we move.
That's,
It's possible.
it's possible,
It
yeah.
could
We
be,
understand that.
Could
but
be,
We still
yeah.
have to get other
probably won't be,
buildings.
but it could be.
well, that may depend on what happens at the meeting.
It's a process, it's a process.
If the.
We are also through the town needs committee Space Needs Committee already doing work on that with the, getting the architect, beginning to look over the things, see whether it's feasible and so forth. So we are moving while we're doing this, but it has nothing to do with the town meeting. It has to do with the Space Committee.
Right.
But whether they'll move fast enough, whether he'll get a buyer, you never know. What else is new in this world?
Right. All right.
We can always say also, aside from that money, we can go after grants, you know, to make it sound easier.
Well,
That money would be there.
there aren't a lot of grants out there available for
Senior centers.
Who
senior
knows
centers.
that?
We all do, that have been involved
I think
And
Ed
have
told
looked.
us that.
and researched it. And
Yeah.
some of us have looked into that quite a lot. So, yeah.
Is there anything we can do between now and the 6th of May to get to people who are, this is not their main topic of conversation? Matter of fact, it's probably not even in their heads, to get them to have a positive outlook when they come to the meeting.
Newspaper ads, but not everybody gets those 2 papers that come to
That's
Little.
right.
I didn't get what you're asking. You get a person to come and talk?
Well, it'll be important that we get an article in the Independent the week prior to the meeting as to why it is important for this article. Whether we can do that or not, somebody's got to decide, but that would be a help. But Mary's right, there's a lot of people who, you know, someone said to me the other day, gee, maybe I ought to subscribe to that. And I said, holy mackerel, I've been subscribed to it for 20 years and I'm thinking of getting rid of it.
So it's been proved, I think
Yes,
that
it has. In
actually.
the last few weeks, it's been much
It's
better.
been much better as far as having local, but that's,
Can we really
aside.
push the
The fact sheet.
regional reporter to make sure that there's room for an article on
The front page.
what would it be, the
or could just the facts be, maybe
Mhm.
we could get her to come
Third
and
of
write an
May.
article about
Yep.
the facts. You know, she's been trying to connect more with,
Well, the Sun on our,
So,
usually the
excuse
third
me, Mary.
page has
Can I
5
finish?
towns. Yeah,
I finish, please?
it could go in there. Yeah.
Okay, now,
Thank you. So, if we could get her to maybe, I mean, Liz put together a wonderful fact sheet which demonstrates the need.
Right.
So maybe, you know, she would do an article on that, using that data and stuff like that. That would be helpful
I'll
maybe.
reach out to her again.
So, Joy,
Joy.
right?
Joy.
Yeah,
And the Little
So-
Sun is also a good receptacle.
right. And Mary was just commenting on the Lowell Sun. So if we're gonna get, you know, information out, maybe we could do that.
Their new reporter is Chris Scott.
That's right.
At the Lowell Sun,
Yeah,
Chris Scott?
yeah. The other one is gone.
what else can we do? This is what this committee is all about. What else can we do?
Well, the article that Barbara McRae had put in with the bills was very well done.
Mhm.
I thought that was beautiful. It got to the point, if she got any money, I don't know, from it.
yes,
But it got around to the people that get bills.
we've got quite a few
That was
donations.
good.
I think we should run like the election runs and have people standing with signs at the common, you know, at the parking lot, you know, just being there, showing your face, smiling, and, you know, hopefully interesting them in voting for this.
You gonna get seniors to do that, or high
Yes,
school
of
kids?
course.
Anybody, anybody.
We'll have George
Nancy and I'll
Sanders.
do it.
Yeah, George
And
Sanders will do
Dottie.
it.
Actually, if all non-seniors did it, it would be better. We'd have support
So I
from,
think,
yeah.
I think
What
we
was
should
that
do
say?
that.
You will be one of us, don't
That's
forget to vote
right,
for
that's
3 million.
right. Yep.
This is not for seniors, this is for you when you get to that age.
Prepare for your future.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
Plan
Littleton.
now,
How do we
plan
go about
now.
getting the signs made?
I don't know, I haven't seen anybody really resist it. I I don't know if it's
I
just
don't
me,
know,
but
unless,
it's
I
hard
mean,
to,
again, you can't tell people how to vote, you can't
know.
say, vote for this, but you can,
But you-
you'd have to share, it has to be information about the need that
Yeah.
can be shared.
We could also prepare a one-page script to hand out as people walked in, which is what they've done for some things.
That's not a bad idea, I like
Yeah.
that idea. It's been an information sheet, even again, the fact sheet. Maybe just handing that out when people go in, that might be a good way to get information out, because then I know when I get those, I take, and you look at it.
Yeah,
So
I
that
think
might,
that's a great idea.
I think that's a great
Yeah.
idea too, Bob.
good.
Yeah, a message from the COA board saying they support
Yep,
Article 6.
yep. So we could put it together, something like that, and then just hand it out as people
It
go in.
could say 6 or 7 things about why we need a senior center, and then please support Article 6 to
Yeah, keep
provide
it
the
very
money.
brief, because they
6
don't like
and
to read
7,
a lot.
That's a great idea.
If you don't vote for Article 6, we're going to move in with you.
You know what, down at the high school, the art classes and all, maybe they could do something instead of you doing it all.
Making a
Give them a
poster.
master sheet and let them go for it.
Get the third
You
graders
know?
to make,
Third graders, right?
I wasn't planning on doing
they
this.
do our placemats and stuff.
Don't
they
worry
can do
about
the
it.
art.
Okay.
But maybe they would do posters. You would walk around the common with.
Are you folks prepared to deal with Article 7? Someone.
Barbara,
you- it's a-
I believe
it's a
Barbara
petition.
McCray
I do
is going
believe
to
Barbara
speak
is
to
going to
Barbara
speak
McCray is
to
going to-
Article 7. She will do it,
And maybe Alan will be there too.
she wants to do it as an independent person,
Yes.
not as a member of the Friends. She wants to present it
As a
as
citizen,
her
as
own,
a
as a
resident,
citizen.
as a
Correct.
resident.
Yes.
And if she needs backup, we're all here to back her up.
But the article might be withdrawn too.
That's right,
so-
we have to wait and see, but it'll be prepared for.
But since it was a petition, citizen petition put out by you, you're the ones that are going to have to answer to that.
Yep,
Yes.
they're prepared.
Okay.
All right, I think we come up with some great ideas to help get the word out a little bit more. I'm not, I don't want to rush people, but I also do want to touch on one subject, and it's the parade, the discussion about the Memorial Day parade. Because I know I've heard from some other people that are really opposed to it, you know.
Yes.
So, I don't know whether we want to pursue that or think about a different parade later on, maybe in the fall or something, I don't know. If
There are
this-
strong feelings that Memorial Day Parade is for veterans and this is another
Yeah.
celebrating things and, you know,
Right,
so it's this solemn issue.
more solemn.
Yeah.
Memorial Day parade is a more solemn parade than certainly a July 4th, say, parade.
Right.
So, I just wanted to, I'm glad the other people have heard that too, because it made me realize maybe, well, you know, I thought it could be done, I know when I was first approached, I thought, well, it could be done tastefully, but it would take away a lot of what we want to get out there, I think.
Well, it did, I had changed my sort of idea, thinking on it, and thought we could, if we did it, we could focus on elderly veterans, and have people, if they still fit in their uniforms, on the float, and have pictures of Littleton veterans all around the float, so that it would be a veterans thing, but
There will be a truck in a parade with veterans in it.
They do, yeah, they do
Yeah.
walk, and they,
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah,
so they are
I think
already a part of the parade,
Yeah.
as far as I know.
I thought maybe if we could get pictures of Littleton veterans, even deceased Littleton veterans, and put them.
You wouldn't see them.
Well, if they were
Yeah.
8x10s, it would, but
It would be
I
possible,
agree that
even
it
if we couldn't get a
shouldn't be
float,
during
It's,
the,
it's a,
even if we
Well,
couldn't get a
touchy
float, to have
situation, yeah.
people carrying
Yeah.
a placard with the picture of a veteran on it and whatever underneath, so that we could march in the parade that way.
we could have a
Do
picture
you have
of
any
the
senior
veterans attending
people
the
that march?
veterans breakfast at the senior center.
Yes,
picture of the
somehow it's
veterans
yeah.
attending,
Yeah.
getting together at the Veterans Breakfast right here.
Well, what about, not to diffuse that discussion, but what about the fourth Thursdays that are coming up starting in May anyway? Is there some way we can do something at those events?
You can always have a table for that.
You
I-
know,
I
we have
registered
a
for all
table
four.
already.
Okay.
Events.
The COA has a table, and we're all set up for each, so maybe we could work on that, and if people have ideas about that, it would be helpful. That might be,
A better avenue.
yeah, to help get the word out. I think what we wanna do is just keep getting it out and having the presence. So, maybe we could come up with some creative things to entice, always if you have things for kids, it gets people to your table.
Yeah,
So, I'm thinking,
we'll probably had to schedule it. It would be nice to find out at the town meeting if anybody objects, what the objections are and so forth, and try and counteract that.
Right.
Because right now, we don't know anything. It might fly through, we don't know.
well, you're probably gonna hear what the objections are.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll hear those. Yeah.
Once you hear what they are, we can kind of
Try to,
get those
Then-
points out, yeah.
Then we know the direction.
yeah, take
Yeah.
notes. At town meeting.
It'll
that
be
would
on
helpful.
TV.
Yeah, that's true.
Most of the living veterans will probably be marching in the parade anyway, or riding in it
Yeah.
as veterans,
Yeah,
Right.
but,
So,
Well, it was a good thought, but there's a better avenue for it, and we'll
yeah,
move it to third Thursdays, if everyone agrees.
yeah, yes.
Is it the third Thursday or the fourth Thursday that's gonna be at Fay Park?
Third Thursdays.
Third.
Oh, it's third.
Okay, is that gonna
Thursday.
start this month or May?
May.
yeah, it's May, June, July, and August.
Mhm.
Yeah, 4 months, so there's 4 opportunities to help. So we need ideas for that, put your thinking caps on. Something that would be creative to draw people to that table and to that corner and things, so. Okay. And what else do we have here? Oh, yeah, we've thrown around a lot of slogans that we want to use, and I didn't know whether we wanted to make a list of the things that we all agreed upon would be good to insert into different things at different, I don't know if people feel that way, but,
Older elders. I don't think a lot of seniors like to be called old, unless you would say older.
Older adults.
Yes, that's better.
Yeah. I think we came up with a list, didn't we?
Yeah, it was, I think it was in the minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's on the minutes,
It's
on
in
the
the
second
minutes.
page.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Time is
Good.
now. For Senior Center,
Someday
Sunday you
you'll
will
join
join us, and Seniors Matter.
Maybe, I'll get some of those printed up to have it third Thursday, to
Oh,
put in the ground like real estate signs almost,
that's a good idea.
draw people in.
I'm not old, I'm memorable.
You're not old, you're memorable.
That's right.
Well,
All right.
you're only as old as you think you are, and so, good job, you're not old.
My body feels old.
But it's been a
Okay.
years.
I know.
So we have a plan going forward. We come up with some great ideas today, I think, some really good ones. And we know that we're gonna talk, Liz will talk to Chuck or both Cindy and Chuck. They're the two that have been really actively supporting and working with the seniors. So, and see if they can come to our next meeting. That might be helpful.
Perfect.
And guide us a little bit. So, does that sound good?
Sounds good?
Yes.
Yes. Oops, wait a minute. Let Patty go first.
go ahead.
Okay.
At the last meeting, we talked about updating the list that I gave out last January, when we first started having meetings. And I said, people could send me an email and I would update the wish list. And Sharon was so nice to send me an email. And Barbara sent me some things, so I have updated this. Goes all the way around.
Thank you.
And I also added comments from last January. So I have updated it with additional comments from January and April of 2009. And then the third page is action needed. And the action needed, one, we would need to review the list and the design considerations for senior centers, which I passed out with the original list last January from Elder Affairs, and incorporate them into one document, because there's some duplication, although I did try to do some of it, when we have a final plan for our design center. So there's been a lot of input into this. There's a whole lot of info here.
I appreciate this. This is very
Really
good.
good.
Yeah.
So as we move forward, and we have a little floor plan, whether it's 255 Great Road or anywhere, it gives you an idea of what you can clump together. And that's what we need to look at now. And then also solicit and accept any other further ideas and suggestions. But this is really, for me, helpful, because I have done a project like this in the past. And when you take all of this and you look at it, you can visualize in a big room what can go here, what can go there, what it might look like. So you think $3 million and you think here, here, here. It gives you visualization. It gives us hope. And I like doing this kind of stuff, so it's kind of fun in a way.
That should be
But
250.
keep it, we'll add to it, we'll delete it, modify it probably a dozen more times, but it's a good working document for you.
Yeah.
Donnie, you got something you want to change or add or
Well,
correct?
the size of all areas, like the craft room, it says accommodate 30 participants.
But this is all input
25, so
from
that's why
those who
it's 30.
responded, and
Yeah, but some
I'll
towns
just
do
keep it
have-
rolling
That
along
was just the
until
one time,
Yeah.
and it was done just for seniors.
we get to the end.
There's a,
About,
there's a statement here about
Limited to 25.
Oh, you did?
Liz's office, Nicole's office, and Sue's office, to put a couch instead of a bed in there.
Where are you, Andy?
I saw that.
First page.
Number 10, instead of a bed.
Oh, recliner that could be used?
Well, just a little further down, yeah. Private office for Liz.
Yeah, I don't like a bed,
No, I know it's a separate item.
not a bed.
Just-
Patty, this is a very good job, thank you.
Thank you,
It's a lot
Patty.
of work.
Yeah, and the other two, Dottie, I think as far as the question, it's questionable size of all areas, that is. Craft room to accommodate 30 or 40, 50, you know, I mean, I don't know what, so
Yeah.
it's out there.
Yeah.
But at least it's down, so
It's
we
there,
know, yeah.
Okay.
So this
Yeah.
document is good because we know what the state is recommending. We know what the board wants, we know what the Friends want. And in June, I'm planning to hold some focus groups and try to track some people whose voices aren't being heard. Not COA, not the board, just regular folks out there. So I'm gonna put some advertisements in the paper, trying to get some folks to come in, under 60, all ages, just to see what they think a center should look like. And what they think the future of our department should be. Just get some outside opinions, because our opinions are just going back and forth, back and forth.
Yep.
We're not the entire town.
Yep,
That's a great idea, too.
yeah, I think it's a good
So
idea.
that'll be
Yes.
coming in June.
Well, we were getting some younger people in our exercise, stretch and flex
Yeah.
too, because Jane's not a senior, but she comes, and a younger age group that are coming too.
I think Jane is 58, 59.
Is she really that old? She
But,
doesn't look it,
but
okay.
still, it's that 50-plus group that we
Yeah.
really want to be able to reach and talk to, so,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that will be joining us soon. even though they don't like to think about that. You know, it happens quickly.
That's a
The
good
gal the other
title,
day did
50
emphasize that. She
plus,
thought we ought to be
instead of elderly.
asking them what they want to see in it.
That's right. So, good. I think that's great that Liz is gonna do
Good
that.
idea.
The
Tremendous
number,
amount of information from that lady in 3/4 of an hour.
yeah.
It was huge. She gave us an awful lot to
Scary.
think
This
about.
is everything from Groton's website.
Oh, you got it? Good.
And this is my roadmap. So, step one, focus groups.
She
Instead
did
of
an
old,
amazing job, Kathy did, I think, in Groton, as far as, you know, getting the word out to people and working with people.
Yep.
So, lessons learned. And, you know, maybe we can get information from other people too and bring them in as we did Monday. So,
Yeah.
as we come across and stumble across things, we'll
The
do that.
demographics are changing. You'd be
Yep.
shocked how many people are calling about pickleball right now. The outdoor pickleball.
Really?
Yeah. People from Westford,
Great.
people
Great.
out of town are calling. Yeah. They're
Well,
looking
see?
for those really outdoor active type groups.
you join?
And there's another reason why we
will.
need to think about the land around the senior center too.
Right.
Because we need space and green space
Green space.
for that.
I don't even know if we put green space on this list.
Oh, no, I don't know, Patty. The green space, they need the green space on here?
No, I didn't, but I'd be glad to add it.
Add
You mean the walking thing around the outside of the building?
Would you like a beer garden too?
it. A beer garden, that sounds good.
That's not a bad idea too, like a walking trail.
You get exactly 100 yards so that people know what they're walking?
Well, that's what, the Groton Senior Center is gonna have. It has, it's a circular type of
Right,
design.
that's good,
yeah.
because
And just to Patty's idea, the Marlboro Senior Center has a liquor license.
Pardon me?
The Marlboro Senior Center has a liquor license.
Oh, wow,
There
there
you
you
go.
go.
They do
I'll be
paint
right
sips,
there.
they do wine and cheese.
Hey, and we have the perfect wine goblets for seniors, don't we, Nancy?
Yes, we do.
Holds a whole bottle.
Back to the naming of the elders. Instead of older people, how about 50 plus? Put the word 50 in there to draw the younger people. What could you work with 50? Like attention to get to the 50s.
I had an idea, I think I threw it by Marge, maybe not, but Barbara, is to call it a club. Come and see our new club, 50 plus or 60, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, whatever
See
you
what the
wanna
club
call it.
has to offer.
Right, because the 50 people think, oh, they're old, I don't want to go there. But if they think it's for them too, they might come.
is there a legal age to be a senior?
It varies by program and the funding source of the program, who can attend
Yeah,
age-wise. But not a lot are actually restricted.
Which is really nice.
So here, for the exercise programs, is that 55, 60?
It can be any age.
Ah,
It's funded by, it depends who's funding it.
Oh,
It's not our formula grant funding it, so it doesn't have to be 60 plus.
okay.
And then on green space, don't forget that those developers that are developing
housing.
housing for seniors are also including some green space for seniors
Open
and
space,
high
yeah.
school students. But, you know, that's a possibility to keep
That's-
in their face to build for us
That's right.
in the center.
Yeah, no, that's one of the criteria the planning board uses. They have to have so much open green space. Yeah.
And the selectmen
Good
have
point.
been pushing for common areas in the senior housing applications that they've been getting, so that people have a place outside of their own facility, outside of their own room or house to gather. Whether that'll happen or not, I don't know.
Common area.
They hate to give it up, they hate to give up the space of one house for a
Right,
common area.
right.
All right.
A swimming pool and a bowling alley.
A swimming pool would be great, wouldn't it? Because that's a great
Flexible,
activity.
it's
But
outside.
Nancy wants a place where you never have to drive your car.
Yes.
Give me a skateboard.
Oh, jeez.
I could just
That's
see
asking
that.
for more
An
problems.
electric bike.
All right, okay. Do we have any other discussion? I think we've come up with some great ideas
Yep.
today. And we have a plan, we'll explore, this room is reserved for the next 3 meetings that we talked about. It's already been reserved, so we will follow up on seeing if we can have some guests at our next meeting. And is there
Okay.
anything else?
Sounds
We'll
good.
get to work on some of this other stuff, and whatever Liz needs to help, if you let us know. If there's things that we can do to help, and anything, I'm sure everybody would be willing to help.
Yeah.
So, let us know.
Be the voices, I'm doing the homework.
Yep. What was that saying, and one of the things in our manual that Emmett always said something about the,
I make the snowballs,
Snowballs.
you throw them.
you throw them, yeah. I think that's a great saying. All right, unless we have additional business.
You move that we adjourn?
All right, I have a motion. All right, are you folks all
We're all
set?
set.
I don't
Yep.
want to shut you off, no. All right, I have a motion to adjourn. It's been moved and seconded that we adjourn. All those in favor? I think
Aye.
Bob raised his hand, aye, aye, aye. Mary? Thank you. It's unanimous.